Welcome to SEMA 2024.
We've got some prototype plates set up there. I won't be seeing your name on the side of it.
This is the Patriot Campers ST5. This is our brand new Fink edition. All right, we're back 2024 SEMA.
Yeah, baby.
Do you believe we're back here again?
I know, how good is it?
It's been 2 years since we brought the Land Cruisers in with Toyota USA. This year we've brought in something really, really special. We're going to give you a full walk around the SEMA show all the new stuff.
Yep.
There's a couple of builds here that you guys have been following, some things you want to say.
Absolutely.
What's the number one thing you want to say here?
Oh, I can't really put it on to just one because it seems there's like so many things.
Yeah.
So,
All right, there's a few. We're going to try and show you what we think are the most badass builds of SEMA 2024. Come with us, let's go and take a look.
One of my favourite JDM sedans of all time, the JZX 100 Toyota Chaser. I want one that bad. It comes with a 1J. How can you not love that?
It's got heart. You know what's really funny? I find at SEMA, these guys get excited about seeing Chasers and Wumbias and GDRs, and we were doing this back in Australia like 25 years ago. All of my mates had all these JDM cars, but they've only just come into the US really recently. In the past 5 years, they've had the ability to bring them in and import them. So SEMA now, the JDM cars that are here, it's getting every year, there's more and more and more of them. They're so popular. This is where all of the automotive parts are displayed. So this is probably the main, you call it the main hall at SEMA. The Toyota booth is just up there where we've got the Fink edition. But down here, you're gonna find suspension. Look at this kind of stuff that they have access here to in the United States. And there's many, many brands that do this sort of stuff. So you can do direct like IRS replacements for leaf spring cars that just bolt in. You know, we do have some of this stuff in Australia, obviously. But what they've got here in the automotive industry is insane. Steering columns, steering racks, you know, converting to power steering for any model of car. The show was really started originally for muscle cars. That's what it was really all about. And now it's turned into anything. Muscle cars, JDMs, overlanding, touring, rock crawling, whatever you want, parts-wise, this is where you'll find it at SEMA.
Okay, so the first thing that we've kind of found that's a bit of a cool reimagined Fast and Furious the 34 GTR. This thing has been built into a drag car. It's got a 2.6 litre PRP crate engine all the way from back home at Oz, and of course, to be a Fast and Furious reimagined car, it's got to have the right paint and job, and I think it looks absolutely epic. So yeah, that's our first thing that we have really liked so far. I haven't really been following this thing too much, but I kind of wish that I did watch those videos now because this thing's gangster.
Check this out, Ultra 4, Shannon Campbell. So I think this thing's won King of the Hammers a couple of times. And this is, like I'm saying, look, the difference of stuff that you see here at SEMA is just insane. Look at this thing. These things are a crossover between for people who don't know, they're a crossover kind of between a trophy truck and a rock crawling truck. So Ultra 4 racing is massive over here. It's getting pretty big back in Australia as well, but these things give you the best of both worlds. You can blast across the desert with these things. and then you can hit the rocks, and you know they're full four-wheel drive. IFS is now a big thing. They used to be solid axle, all of them in the front, but now they're all running the IFSs. So when they hit the big sand washers and the whoops and that, they can blast. But yeah, King of the Hammers. If you haven't checked that stuff out, have a look at that on YouTube.
That's wild. Like the time and effort that goes into race cars, mainly off-road race cars compared to road cars, it's just a completely different beast compared to what you normally see at SEMA. So it's really nice seeing things like this. I don't know about you, but that's kind of cool.
Well, I think if you have been on YouTube in the past 6 months and you haven't seen this, you're not really watching all of YouTube.
No.
This is Mad Mike's. This is from New Zealand. This was built back in New Zealand. This is a McLaren P1. It's got a triple rotor in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How much horsepower is this thing, mate?
About 1,000. I don't know.
About 1,000, something around there.
Something dumb.
McLaren drift car. It's pretty badass.
My favourite part about the car is probably the fact that some guy, a Mad Mike, had the idea to rip out everything that is a McLaren about the car and just bang like a rotary in it, which is pretty epic.
Now this is a bit of an odd one. This is Christopher Paul Valladay's Mason all-wheel drive truck that's racing at the Baja 1000 next week, and it's here on display at SEMA. So he must be down there pre-running. So we got obviously the Aussies down there, we got Tobes down there, Wheelies down there at the moment. They're going for the all-out win, but this is one of the guys who's he's up and coming in the trophy truck class. I've been watching a lot of his stuff on YouTube. The kid can steer. He can definitely steer, but this is the dream. So if I could pick anything from SEMA, I'm not going to say this is my favourite build because it's not a build, it's a trophy truck. But if I could pick anything so far from SEMA to take home,
It'd be this.
it'd be that. I'll be like, I want that, I want to take that, but then I'll probably need his team as well because we need someone to crew it.
Yeah.
And then maybe we go down to the 1,000, we run the 1,000.
That'd be good.
Yeah? Trophy trucks at SEMA too. What about one of these for cruising around in Vegas? Little Peugeot, like an old school 80s rally car, 70s rally car. No? You're not getting it, are you?
I like rally cars.
I like it, I think it's good.
Yeah.
That's badass, dude. Yeah, it's bitching. 1,485 horsepower, so that's a Hellcat twin turbo. So you can see there's 2 turbos mounted underneath. They're only little turbos, little baby ones with the supercharger on E85, 1,485 horsepower. That'd be a bit of fun. All right, I'm not even going to get involved. We've just found it.
Yeah.
The build that you two came to SEMA to say.
I think that this is genuinely the best build that will see at least the top 5. Easy.
I've been watching a little bit of this thing on YouTube only because when I go into their rooms late at night to tell them to go to sleep, because they got to work in the morning. They are up all night just watching every detail of this build, and I think they've seen it 1,000 times. Check this thing out, it is insane. Come on, show them through.
Alright, so this is a Range Rover Velar that is not a Range Rover Velar at all. This is built by Morgan Clark Design. It's not done yet, but this is a Dakar prototype pre-runner style of vehicle with full interior, 3 seats, and a Lamborghini Huracan engine that is fully built with twin turbos in it. In the back, a rear-wheel drive and the same style of suspension out of our 10 car with an Albin's S16 manual in it. This is absolutely wild. I'm just going to go and have a walk around with this thing and just take it all in.
The fabrication in this thing it's insane, like absolutely insane. Look at all the shapes, the curves, the contours, like blending all of that stuff together. Like as a manufacturer, like dude, the thing is friggin' wild. So I've never seen anything like it in my life. This thing is friggin' wild.
It's a V10 Lambo engine, have a Huracan that they've put twin turbos on, and I think they're aiming for around like 2,000 horsepower out of this thing, which out in the dunes is going to be off its head. Just if you could picture and piece together every wild idea that you have for an off-road car, this is it.
Right, Harup. We came looking for these guys just before, but we finally found them. Hey, how are you, mate?
Mate, good to see you.
Good to see you. How's it going over here in the US?
SEMA, I think it's like our 10th year, but it's the biggest show in the world, as you know, so we've got to be here to show the gear.
And it works for you?
It does. We can see a lot of dealers, like we just had some of our Middle East dealers come by earlier, so it's good to catch up with them. Like it's as much about the industry connections, much like us catching up.
That's exactly what it's all about, eh?
You know, showing the product to new people as well. So it's
what's popular over here? What's the US market? What are you guys building for the US market predominantly?
Their domestic V8s is always their most popular platform.
Yeah.
And we've just released some of their older big block Chev, small block Ford, and we've got small block Chev coming. So a modern supercharger, modern Harup supercharger for those older V8s.
Awesome.
Because they still build a ton of those here for their resto mods and restos.
So people are buying crate motors and then going bolting one of the Harup products on top.
And then we've got complete kits like the new Silverado trucks, 6.2 and the 5.3s.
Yep, and these are doing well?
Yeah, we'll just put this through carb testing and pass, so we're waiting for the EO to come through, and that means we can sell it through all 50 states, which will be awesome. So complete kits are big, and then engine kits for guys that have got projects.
Unreal, mate.
Yeah, a bit like the Jeep. So
unreal.
whether it's Hemi, Ford, and GM, they're the big three.
Have you spoken to the boys at High Torque lately?
Oh, Kent's been so busy doing his Hot Wheels.
We've just done a little motor upgrade and they're about to turn the boost up in it.
On the 6.4.
Kent's promised me by the time I get back, so Ken, if you're watching, by the time I get back, if it hasn't made 1,000, I'm not picking it up. We're going for 1,000 at the wheels. See? There you go, Ken. You heard it straight from Heath, mate. Congratulations.
The blower's capable. It's just about...
The blower's definitely capable. So, Kent, there you go, direct from SEMA. Patriot Campers and Harup together. Jeep needs to make 1,000 or we're not going to come and pick it up. But well done on the US, and it's good to see all the Aussies over here once again.
Here as well, and always love catching up, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Builds like this, I think this is representative of SEMA, like American muscle. Like there is some really, really clever people here. I was just saying that to the twins before. Like some of these things that these guys come up with the integration of all the new technology now, with like built motors, carbon fibre, IFS, disc brakes, power steering, electronic dashes. What they're doing with some of these cars now is just insane. That what surprises me every year that I come back to SEMA is just how different. Like you can see a million Camaros, right? And then you come to SEMA and you walk past 50 of them, and then you'll see one that'll catch your eye, or one vehicle that catches your eye. And it's just stuff like this that is just, it's just absolutely insane how these people come up with modifying cars, how they get continually different, and they keep doing it different. That is a wild bit of kit.
Every person on the Gold Coast would just love that.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. Imagine running up to the Rank River, spraying jetties with that.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Straight out dump, no gate. Have you seen this thing?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh?
I wonder where the inspiration for that came from.
A full Haltech. They set up a Sam Sonos.
Why don't you guys build something like that? You build something. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Little Lancia Integrale, like that's one of the OG rally cars. I don't even know what that thing would be worth. I think that'd be worth some absolutely stupid money, but that is concourse, like pristine. Look at the interior and that in it. That is a cool little car. I'd happily rock that thing. All right, I'm going to fill you in on a little secret. I'm trying to put something together at the moment. These two know all about it, to build something like this. 996 across the Simpson. So we're thinking about doing it. Actually put in the comments right now. Good idea, bad idea. But the biggest problem that we've got is getting the tow rating to tow a camper trailer, but we're kind of working on that as well. So it's a project that might come to happen. If it does come to fruition, let me know, what do you think? Cool or not cool? Here we are at the Toyota booth, SEMA 2024. So this is home for Patriot Campers. We've been invited back. If you've been following through on Patriot Games, you know we've had an affiliation with these guys. 2022, we bought our 3 Land Cruisers over here. But this year, we got something very special and very, very close to my heart. So this is the Patriot Campers ST5. This is our brand new Fink edition. This is what we're actually here to launch at SEMA. This is the first ST5 in the United States. And this is representative, I think, of everything that encompasses Patriot Campers, from my race team, my desires for a trailer, the Australian manufacturing, everything we've learned over 10 years. If you want to check out more on this, go to one of the Patriot Campers videos, but I'll give you a quick run through. So this is an ST5 with a real racing inspiration, but it's got a lot of products that have been fitted to this that we've collaborated really heavily with some major industry leaders. The first thing that you're going to notice is the decals. So the body lines are really accentuated on this trailer. It's wrapped in a very similar scheme to our race team, to the trophy truck and the 10 car. We're riding on Method bead grip wheels, which are well known in off-road racing. 35-inch tyre is standard. We've got Willwood brakes with big stopping power, and then one of the biggest ones we got on the Trinamic suspension is Fox Remote Res 2.0 shocks, which are adjustable in compression, and that's giving the trailer a much better ride over the standard ST5. If we move around to the back, you can see there's a lot of carbon fibre detailing, real carbon fibre that's been used right throughout. We've really concentrated on this trailer to try and keep the weight down. The ST5 in its standard form is unbelievably light, but we've gone through a lot of the details on the inside, carbon fibre bench tops, removed the vinyl flooring, we've saved 20 odd kilos there, put carpet inside of it. It's got black Alcantara interior, and then we've got black canvas on the outside. You can see some of the special edition Fink badging, all the carbon fibre details inside. So something that's really worthy of SEMA, but a lot of practicality behind the design as well. Now, on the Toyota stand, there is so much more to see. Toyota are very, very, very dominant at SEMA, and they have been for the past couple of years. In my opinion, I think this is probably the main stage of SEMA in the main hall. They got the biggest booth. They're really focused on the overland industry, but they haven't lost any of the Toyota heritage. The GR brand is very, very, very focused on here. The Gazoo Racing with 86s. They got a old GT4 rally car, Celica down there. They got Supras and all the rest of it. But come over here, you two.
What's up, mate? Hello, mate.
I reckon this is probably your favourite on the Toyota booth.
I think
one of.
this.
There's a couple of really good builds here. But this is a very cool concept. It's more of an opened up version of
it's just a concept car though, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's just like a concept. If it's SEMA, but it's got like the open doors, a no roof, a no back end. It would be very nice.
And it's a Land Cruiser, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so that's our new Prado 250, but they call it the Land.
That's a really cool bit of gear. Check out that thing as a concept. But let's go for a walk down the Toyota booth. What else? What else is here that's, almost forgot. Check this out by Westcott. Pre-runner, Land Cruiser pre-runner. That's, I think we haven't seen all of SEMA yet, but I'm thinking this is going to be one of my top builds for SEMA. I think. Full roll cage, Land Cruiser pre-runner. Look at the big billet trailing arms.
The towers.
Just an amazing bit of kit. But keep walking. What else, boys? What else are you liking down here?
Concept more of a futuristic sort of deal.
That's like something out of Batman.
Yeah.
That's not my jam.
Nah, like
that's cool.
School with the 60s series sort of wheels on it.
Yeah, they're dope.
And also talking about 60s, there is an actual
one in the back, which is pretty cool. What's this thing?
That's like a Hilux.
What's this all about?
But with the J's in it.
But it's cool.
Yeah,
how's the penalty?
That's very Kiwi to me.
Yeah.
That's a very Kiwi inspired build to me.
Yeah.
Four?
What's that? Like a Dakar thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Have X.
And how's the forged carbon?
Oh yeah.
Bro.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Sick.
Very badass. What else?
cool to see how OEM brands are like this. They can use all of their power and assets to make really cool concepts.
And that's the thing with Toyota over here. They're partnered with a lot of the aftermarket, you know, and there's a lot of good Australian brands. Like even ARB have partnered up with Toyota over here. And you can go into the dealership. So from the dealership now, so you have a look at how this thing's decked out. Rooftop tents, bed racks, rear fridge slides, you know, you can get tyres, shocks, all of that sort of stuff from Toyota aftermarket. But this is all the overlanding stuff that I was talking about. What else we got through here, guys? Oh.
Extra free run.
I haven't even seen that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Are they actually make the chase bar?
Really? Is that a rigid bar?
Yeah.
Rigid chase. Look at this.
That's sick, eh?
Oh, dude.
That is nice.
Oh, that's all form too.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
they
cool.
actually-
Baby part.
And Juzzy, they actually make these Tacoma in the pre-runner, and you can buy that OEM, which is their Patriot Campers. They call it the pre-runner.
Look at the seats in the cage.
Yeah.
All right, really, really cool. So the Toyota stand, Toyota's like, pretty badass down here. Oh, they've got a surf here too. Come and have a look at this before we get going. That's pretty cool too. So anyway, look, enough time at the Toyota booth. Let's get on to something else. Let's go find some other cool stuff.
Like walk around checking all that, because I think that there is a lot more gear here to see.
Heaps more. Let's go.
So here we go, King. I took my daily driver Supra. If you're going to drive this thing, I want to change the color and the number. Okay. I don't know if I want to be seeing your name on the side of it. Okay.
So we are in the Las Vegas Loop, which is an underground tunnel system filled with Teslas that takes you places. This is their trial run area around the convention center, so it doesn't really make sense to put tunnels in between every single hole because it's like a 5-minute walk, but this is how they test out the whole system and make sure it works before they implement this into major cities.
West Hall, this is where it's at now. So it used to be the South Hall. Now the West Hall is where all the truck accessories, overlanding, if you're into what we're into, if you're into the whole camping lifestyle, overlanding, West Hall is where you want to be. So we're going to spend a little bit of time in here. We'll show you what we can show you. How are you, man? How you doing, guys? Good.
Seeing these things floating around on the internet, but I didn't know if they actually existed or not. This is a full reproduction body for the FJ. Nothing about it's genuine, but say if you were building like a rock and crawler and you just needed a body, or you're doing like an 80 series chassis thing, or like you bend a door in, it's probably easier and cheaper just to buy these parts if you don't care about it being genuine. And I really like how people are making these available. So that's cool.
Very cool.
But I just found something very cool. Have you seen what's right here? Woohoo! Have you seen what's right here?
Yeah, that's cool.
Check that out. Patriot X2. So Bushwhacker reached out to us. They've got a display down here at SEMA. They reached out to us. They've got some new products, some new awnings that they're displaying. And obviously we're in Las Vegas. They're an Australian company. We're an Australian company. They manufacture, I think, half of their awnings in Australia, and then they've got some overseas products that they manufacture as well. And we're like, dude, like, why not? Let's send one down. So hooked up with the team. I'm gonna have a quick look around at some of their gear. Let me say to all the Patriot owners though, see how you see this freestanding? You can't do that on the awning mechanism. So if you come to SEMA and say, well, I saw that on SEMA, this is just for display, you have to, with our awnings, you gotta have the legs down. But the X2 Gen 2 Tourer, this thing's gone crazy in the US. This is our entry-level model, and by entry-level, there's nothing entry-level about it. But it's very simplistic camping, very, very lightweight. The thing weighs like, I'm gonna say it's like 1,700 pounds, that my mass might be out a little bit, 840 kilos in its standard form before you add in some of the options. So you can tow this with Broncos, Jeeps, go out rock crawling, even your rock crawlers, you can put it behind some UTVs with the towing capacity. This thing to me is just, it's the workhorse of the range.
Yeah.
And it's your favourite,
Yeah.
your favourite, my favourite, Sarah's favourite when it's just me and Sarah together. You don't get all the luxury. This is pure camper trailer, camping in its purest form.
Yeah, that's good.
It's back to basics, back to where Patriot originally started. So check him out and make sure you check out Bushwhacker as well. Right, Rono, come in here. Come and check this out. So Rono, we've partnered pretty hard with Rono for a very, very long time. Max Tracks are here as well, which we've been with those guys forever. Tread is some products that we're starting to use now, but you come and have a look. So like the Exo bar systems and like the X2 that I showed you before, and obviously the new ST5, all of these different accessories. Now they're making accessories for the US market and for the Australian market. They've actually got a present here for me as well that I've got to pick up for another build that we're actually doing over here in the United States. So we're doing a build. I just dropped a little, we're doing a build. It's a big one.
So which one is it?
Which one is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
The big one.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah.
There's one big one,
yeah,
mate.
Yeah.
We've got one big build happening, so I've got to pick up some parts for that now. But you can see the way that these companies are kind of all coming together now and providing one-stop solution. So it just makes sense, you know. You go with a roof platform, then you get your Max Tracks, your accessories on top, your storage boxes, all the rest of it. You can see the vehicles they're doing it for, side-by-sides, you know, for general touring as well, overlanding, rock crawling, all that sort of stuff. And these are all products that are born from Australia, which is absolutely amazing to see the Aussies just crushing it over here in the United States. We've been doing this back at home for a very, very long time, so we kind of know what we're doing when it comes to touring, and it's good to see that that's influencing now into the US market.
Guess right, you get them.
Okay.
Not their hours.
They're in a vehicle. All right, my present's in a vehicle. Which vehicle? It wouldn't be in that one, that'd be silly. Oh, I'm gonna say it's in there. I'm gonna, see that? Vegas, baby, I win. So have a look at what we got over here in the US for our next big build coming out of the US.
Somewhere.
Oh, there's a lot of them too. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, one for you guys.
Patriot Green Max Truck. That's, as actually, I'm going to be honest here, they've done 2 sets for us. They've done 1 set that we've got in Australia in Patriot Green, and now they've done the step for us in the US.
Love it.
For our next build that we're doing at the moment. So thank you very much, Max Trucks boys. You're on them.
That's cool, man. I've always liked these little Aage trucks, and I want one. Back home, I just have like a little work ute, but this is like camping little, like rear camper Aage truck thing. Like it's got the nice interior, a roof rack, a pop-up tent, like all of your drawers and your cooking accessories. Like very cool. I love that.
Say what you want about these, I don't care. I reckon they're epic. I reckon they're dope. I want one. Like, I dead to you, you're not convinced, are you?
No, I like them, but I also I just love the memes about them. Like, are these like without all of that on them? They look like that little rubber wedge that you like put under the door
like a door stop.
to keep it open.
Dude, I love them. And the aftermarket, what's now available for them, like lift kits and wheels and tyres. Look at this thing all decked out with a rooftop tent, awning on it.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's,
Do you know
dude,
how easy it would be to wrap this thing?
look at the number plates.
Uranus. Nice.
That's awesome. Come around here, look at it from this side. Look at it from this angle. Like, tell me that's not cool.
No,
It is cool.
It's like I dead set I want one. I think when I do end up buying myself a normal car in the United States, I reckon this is what I'm going to buy. It's so different, and I don't know. Put in the comments, what do you reckon? Have I lost my friggin' marbles, or is that cool? All right, one of the Aussie greats here at SEMA. We come to see him every year. The team at Red Arc. Let's going on, mate?
Hey, Just, how are you, bro?
How you been, brother?
Oh, mate, awesome.
You been good?
Yeah.
Boys, say hello.
Hey, lads, how are you?
Check it out.
Doing good?
Yeah.
Red
What's
Arc.
happening?
Red Arc dominating in the USA.
Yeah, we are. We
It's
just won
everywhere.
the award.
What did you win?
The award for the Manager Alpha.
Dude, well done. Fantastic.
Yeah,
that's
excellent.
that's for this year.
Uh-huh.
What's new in the US market now? What's come out?
BCDC Alpha.
Yep. Okay. So
Killer product.
you know
that already.
Actually got one of the first ones, the prototypes. I
Charge
think.
back to your start battery when the auxiliary batteries are full.
Yep.
Start battery recovery.
Yep.
We got temperature probe.
Yep.
Live over-air updates when
Yep.
we do an update.
Yep.
And soon to have 48-volt solar input.
Yeah, mate, it's what I've seen Red Arc do in the United States has been nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
From like what it must be 5 or 6 years since Red Arc first entered the US
something
market,
like that, yeah.
and now it just dominates.
Yeah.
There isn't. I don't think there is a build in here with a 12-volt system that doesn't have Red Arc products in
No,
it.
I think
Yeah. All of the products that we're getting back in Australia for both of our audience. So all the products that are we're getting back there, and now all of it, the full range is available now in the United States.
Got the whole tow pro range.
Mate, unbelievable. So from battery charging systems, all your 110 over here, obviously 240 back in Australia, all your 12-volt stuff, solar input, whether it's vehicles, RVs, caravans, overlanding vehicles, you've got to check out all of these products. And don't forget, that's still my favourite. It's still my favourite. I bought one in my TRX yesterday.
It's now available live
Yep,
on the website. So you can purchase that now here in the US.
unreal.
This is a 100 amp hour lithium auxiliary battery that's portable.
Yep.
Take
Well,
it from one truck to another.
mate, well done. Congratulations to the
Thank
whole
you.
team out
Thanks,
here.
Justin.
And
Appreciate
if you're into 12-volt, if you're building anything that's overlanding or got power requirements, you just got to get on it. There's nothing else available as far as I'm concerned. How wild is it to see how overlanding,
It's just
touring,
taken off.
what we do back at home to get to our next door neighbour's joint, has just taken over in the United States?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it just look around me? So rooftop tents, max tracks, suspension systems, all the stuff that we've been doing in Australia forever. America's just look at this. Look at the product. Look at the camping products. But they've got it's a different flair, isn't it?
Yeah,
Dave?
yeah.
Because they still. Here's the big thing about the US market versus the Australian market. In Australia, when people go camping camper trailers, they want all this power. They want to bring all of this stuff. I think in the US, they like it simpler.
Yeah,
Do you agree?
Yeah, which I think is a weird concept that it's the opposite way of that.
Yeah.
You think it would be?
Yeah, they like cooking on fires.
Yeah,
they
like-
like setting up all this canvas product, and I think
And when they go out camping and overlanding,
They
want
wanna
to go
camp.
out camping and overlanding.
yeah, which is I think it's really cool. But anyway, I think the point that I'm trying to make here is to see the influence of Australian products tried, tested, and I think without sounding arrogant, an industry that was created probably in South Africa and Australia.
Yeah.
Is now just taken over the United States with so many people doing it. It's really cool to
Yeah,
see.
for sure.
One of the guys I came here to see, Fox Racing USA, Fox Shocks, and my main man here. How are you doing? What's going on,
Good
brother?
to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you. I've been trying to get over here to see you guys like for hours.
Dude, there's
And
a lot of square foot you got to cover, like 1.1 million square feet.
I think we've walked around this like 5 times, and you guys have just been swamped over here.
Dead center, right in the middle. We got a
Yeah.
lot of cool stuff, so
Yeah.
it's a blessing and a curse.
We've been working together on the SD5 project, which has gone off down at Toyota.
Yeah, I just
man.
went and saw it a couple hours ago
Yeah.
before the calm before the storm. I walked over to the Toyota booth, and
Yeah.
that thing is gorgeous.
Yeah, dude, we're stoked. So, what I want to do is I want to run our audience through
Yeah.
what have we put into the ST5. What makes Fox?
Yeah.
Because everybody knows the brand.
Yeah, man.
But I think a lot of people aren't very versed on shock absorbers and
Yeah.
what shocks can and can't do.
What we got here is we did the Performance Series shocks. So,
What up, punks?
Oh, boys! Hello. This is not a daycare, Justin.
Sorry, yeah,
This is
no,
a-
my
this
kids
is
have just been
business.
hanging out at the Fox booth.
So the Performance Series, we got 3 families that we really like to focus on: Performance, Performance Elite, and Factory. So
Yeah.
based on how you're going to go out and activate with your vehicle, you got to have that sliding scale. We rocked a 2.0 performance series shock.
Yep.
Regardless of the families that we've got and regardless of technology, all the DNA is the same. All of our shocks are aluminum.
Yep.
All of our shocks are running internal floating pistons so that gas and the fluid never intermingle.
Never mix.
So whether you're going from this to a trophy truck shock to a snowmobile shock, the DNA, the Fox breadth of line is within that. So it just comes down to the diameter of shocks, the length of shocks, the different features and benefits, but every single one's aluminum.
Yep.
Every single one's rebuildable.
Yep.
Every single one has the same DNA.
Yep. So my engineering team went through documents and documents and documents from you guys, open lengths, closed lengths, eye to eye, pin to pin, and we kind of worked out what's going to be the best shock that was available kind of off the shelf from Fox, but then valve specifically towards the SD5.
Yeah.
But having the ability to adjust that compression.
Correct, yep, because you have the LSC on there, I believe. So that's the cool thing about that is, so what we say is like, this being a 2.0 performance shock, this can be valved in a multitude of options. This can go on something that is, 1 ton. This can go on something that's 10 tons. The idea is that the valving inside that shock is meant for what that's built. So if we took a vehicle, whether it be motorized or in your sense non-motorized, it weighs something. It has a specific amount of wheel travel. So we want to make sure that that shock's not crashing into itself on compression, not ripping itself apart on extension, and then we want to make sure that it's actually going to move under the weight it supports.
So getting that tuning, that balance just right, we've been doing a lot of work back at home, and so I think we've still got a little ways to go before we get that. We optimize when we go into production of the SD5 on the Think Edition, but going with that, that 12 inches of travel, or 10, 12, 250 millimeters, let's do it in millimeters.
I don't know, don't throw metric system at me, man. So they're all tunable, and that's what's great is you can come in and we can start from that baseline, like, hey, what fits? That's the first part. Drawings and the conversations, and then physically bolting it up and going like, hey, maybe it's slightly different. Maybe it's 10 inches, maybe it's 12 inches. But then we can come back in and say, all right, here's a fully built out Think trailer. All right, here's something else we want to add to it. Oh, it's now 200 kilos heavier. So that's not a nominal amount.
This partnership's going to go on for a while. So from here, you say every shock's got the same DNA. What's the top of the Fox range? What can we see? What's the big boy?
The top of the Fox range in terms of like bolting something onto like a street legal vehicle is our factory race series, which is like our 3.0, which is something you guys get. We just launched our Gen 3 Raptor kit domestically, which is a 3.2 inch diameter shock. The biggest shock that we make is our trophy truck stuff. 4.4 inch diameter external bypasses. I do have some trophy truck stuff here.
Let's go and have a look.
So this thing is a Geyser Brothers built full tube chassis, 1100 horsepower Dugan's engine, and this is running about 30 inches of wheel travel in the front, a little over 28, 30 inches in the rear, 28 in the front, but this is running 12 shocks. So you got a coilover all 4 corners, external bypass all 4 corners, bump stop all 4 corners, and stuff like that.
And the trophy trucks, what these things get punished, and I think our audience kind of starting to see what these things go through. You got to have the gear that lasts, right?
It's got to last. I mean, this you're essentially doing 1,000 plus miles if you're doing the Baja 1000. You're doing 130 mile an hour top speed. You're doing it for 20 plus hours. And it's got to survive. So this thing is heavy. This is close to 6,500 pounds.
3 ton?
3 ton, and it is on 40s. And everything is just overbuilt.
So we got another little project in the midst too.
I think so, yeah. I mean, there's you keep talking about trophy trucks, but I don't know what you're getting at. So
I don't know, may need help. But we do have another project that we're working on. Everyone can make their own mind up on what's happening. Fox Shocks, Australia, they're hitting Australia pretty hard now, hey?
They are, yeah.
It's happening in Australia?
Yeah, so we're putting more and more product in Australia because you guys have vehicles that we don't have here. So like I said, we have the Raptor here, but you guys don't have the Raptor there in the F-150. But like LC300s and a lot of the Hilux chassis and Prados and stuff like that. There's a lot of DNA from those manufacturers, but we are the experts on shocks, and you guys have the same desires that a lot of other people in the world do for vehicle supremacy. So why not? So again, we're working more and more with you guys and other partners in Australia to get you our good technology on vehicles that are your great, because you guys don't have access to a lot of the vehicles we have here, but we don't have access to the vehicles you have there. So why not figure out how we can get Fox in more places?
So check him out, Fox Shocks. It's what we chose for the SD5. Check out a little bit more information, man. Thanks heaps for your time, mate.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it. Have a great SEMA. All right, just we had another partner in the SD5 Think Edition project.
Yeah.
This is Wally, first time that we've actually met face to face.
Exactly, yeah.
We've been talking a fair bit about this project, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's really cool to see it over in the Toyota booth, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's...
You happy?
Yeah, and we saw the video last night came out, and yeah, it's really good. No, it's I think it's a...
So partnering up with these guys with Method, I think the reason, I want you to explain Bay Grip and what Bay Grip's really all about for people who don't understand it, especially back at home. We've been running Method wheels on really early days of American trucks. We used to run all your wheels. On our race team, we've been racing on your wheels. You've got another set of wheels being delivered down to San Diego for me at the moment for another project that we're working on at the moment. But let's focus on what we're running on the SD5. Bead Grip, what's it all about?
Yeah, so bead grip is basically a bead retention system, right? It's not a bead lock. We're not trying to say this is going to, you could drive on a flat, you can, and the tire's not going to come off, but it's going to hold the tire in place under extreme conditions. Honestly, since we came out with it from our 701, call it 8-9 years ago, whatever it was, the product, there's no failures, honestly. There's very few failures. We've done a lot of testing here in the US with guys from Motor Trend channel, and they were doing a lot of testing on King of the Hammer trails with bead grip on these, you know, big trucks that they were building for the show, and no burping air, no this, no that. It all comes down to obviously choosing a really good tire, because you have to have a good sidewall, and then obviously just running the product. And now you don't have to have a bead lock anymore. You don't have to worry about the bolts coming off. You don't have to worry about DOT. And you know.
Well, that's the thing for Australia. We can't run bead locks on the road anymore. So this is where I see that this technology and this style of wheel is going to be huge down there, mate. Because we do. I mean, we're now getting to the stage that people are starting to do. Get legalised bigger tyres, bigger lifts, but bead locks are they're just not going to happen.
Yeah, and they're not needed. You know, honestly, the way I like to talk about this, it's like if you have a petcock valve on your dirt bike, it's got serrations one direction and it's hard to get off the other. So you slide it on and then it's hard to get off. So any tire shop can mount these. You just gotta have a good machine. You know, we do make these fit very tight and very well, and they hold the bead in place. And realistically, what we're saying is we're trying to make this product so you don't have one less thing to worry about. You put the wheels and tires on the truck, you go off-roading, you can air down to what you need to. Okay, that's what I tell people. Every vehicle is going to be different. That big old truck is a lot heavier than this little truck, and so the tire pressure is going to be different. So I can't tell you 10 psi.
I love the fact that you just said that, because one of my pet hates on videos that we post, why are you only running at 15 pounds? Well, I'm in a 4-ton truck, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's low.
If I was in my daughter's Jeep, I'd be down at like 6 pounds.
Yeah,
you know, so it's all really relevant to the weight. So, but anyway, regardless, mate, I think they're going to work awesome. Thanks for the support on this whole project.
Yeah, we're excited, man.
We're excited to be part of with Method once again. And yeah, guys, I think down in Australia, the boys down there are holding a lot of stock down there as well. So really, for most fitment, for most vehicles, they can get you hooked up.
And that's the best part about this product. This product line, because it's not some crazy bead lock or anything like that, you can put these on Sprinter vans, you can put them on your Subarus, you can put them on, I have them on BMW at home, just because they actually randomly fit, but I end up having them on a lot of vehicles. And again, it's like, you know, our products are built for off-road use, so all the engineering we've ever done to create race wheels, we've created other products from. So, you know, just from how the spoke line, how thick this is, how the casting's done, from the metal treating, the heating treat process. There's something for everything that goes in it from racing purposes.
Unreal, dude. All right, thanks for your time, man.
Thank you, guys.
I've been trying to find one the whole time, but I finally found one, and this one's gorgeous. So, S15, can't go wrong. The S15 and the FD RX7, I think are the two sexiest cars to come out of Japan, and it's just gorgeous. Love it. So we're in the Dodge and Ram booth. They got a ton of really cool things here. So we're just having a walk around and just checking it all out.
That interior is gorgeous, eh? Look at this, the brand new 2025 Ram 2500. We don't have these back at home yet. Have a look in here, look at the interior. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at all the leather and the orange suede and the black. But come and have a look at this. The interior of the dash still looks the same. But come and have a look around here, the grille. So this is their overlanding concept thing, but come and have a look at the grille. So this is all new. Got twin headlights, the grille. That looks like an AEV bumper. No, that's plastic. That must be factory. Warm winch. And you've heard me say it in other videos, like my first car was a Chrysler. So Mopar from this family, so I've definitely got a soft spot. But check this out. Step one, it's like going to McDonald's, right? Step one, first pick, but it's the same. Which hamburger do you want? So you pick what engine you want. So come over here, you can go like a Hellcrate, that Red Eye engine, 6.2, 6.4, supercharged. Yeah, like Elephant, whatever you want. Then step number two, pick your fries. Get your crate Hemi engine kit. So what ECU, what wiring harness do you want? Then you can go with your accessories. So what bolt-ons do you want? Alternators and all the rest of it. And then complete your build over here. Exhaust manifolds, what sump do you want? Mopar will build it, ship it direct to your door. Yeah, just give them your credit card details. That is what's cool about what they do over here. So every engine that they make, all the high-powered engines, you can buy them straight. You can go on the website, go through, select all your gear, get it, drop it into your build, good to go. Boy, this is on point. There's a concept JL, they're calling it the Lowdown. It's got a 392 in it, so it's got a Hemi in it, and it's a JL on 40s as a concept car. But dude, this thing's stunning.
Just the guards and all of that, eh?
Look at the logo at the back, the old school logo.
It doesn't have a unit. It's so cool.
Oh, this thing's super clean.
Yeah.
And love the colour too, eh? I've actually seen this thing online before.
Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah? A two-door TRX. Come and have a look around the side of this thing. See what's missing in here? What do you think?
I think it's really
Dude,
cool.
The whole wheelbase is shorter too, eh?
Yeah.
They've done a fair bit of work on this. And this colour, on point.
Do you realise like how hard it would be to one, I get the back of the cabo to match, and then two, you have to graph at the back of the back door
amps on it too.
onto the front of the front door to make it fit.
And
it's a lot of work in there.
They've cut down the research side steps.
A little baby ones.
That's a pretty cool little build. That'd be a hell of a lot of fun in the short wheelbase.
Alright, so this is just it's hot, but this is any level Ford F450. If you don't know, the any level lift is just, to everyone in the lifted truck scene, is the best one that you can get. It's the most baller. It's like the AP in the watch world, but for lifts. These things do hydraulically go up and down at the push of a button, so you can have it all the way up. I think they go to 16 inches.
So they have two, so you can go a 0 to 13 inch kit or a 4 to 17 inch kit, which I have a feeling this
this is like the big one.
The 4 to 17.
Yeah.
Because this thing is bloody huge.
Yeah.
And it's on 30s.
Yeah. And also the 30-inch wheels are the new thing over the past couple of years. If you have anything less than 30-inch wheels, so what are you doing? Only thing is these center caps I don't automatically level themselves. So.
Yeah.
This is freaking cool. This is what SEMA used to be. When I first came to SEMA with my brother,
it was all these.
just low riders everywhere. Like it was low riders and muscle cars. That was it. There was a couple of JDM cars. Lifted trucks were a thing, but overlanding, full driving wasn't a thing. But this is like, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Back when I was 17, listening to like Dre and Snoop, and that's what you wanted, right? You wanted a convertible, like a 63 or a 64 two-door. I think these are 62s, I think. I don't know, I don't know enough about it. Maybe they are 63s, but dude, that's they're still cool, still badass. Obviously with the hydraulics and the white walls and the Daytons, and you know, imagine bouncing three-wheeling around Las Vegas, it'd be pretty cool. Oh, it's got a Ferrari motor in it. You know what, I think people can say whatever they want. That is probably what the Cybertruck did back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I still think that's one of the coolest cars ever built in history. It's got to be a DeLorean. I wonder if Marty McFly had the Ferrari engine in his, if he would have got the timing right. Maybe that's the flux capacitor they were talking about.
I never watched it. Okay, so we are now just outside of the Central Hall. We are outside of the Toyota Tread Pass. This is normally where you see a lot of the absolute heater of builds. Yeah. So let's go and have a geese shower.
Have a geese, eh?
Have the carbon,
full carbon.
First thing as we walk in, absolute heater of a build.
Wow, that is dope.
Dude.
That's dope.
How's it move away a little bit? That is a 4-door FJ. I don't know if they started out with a 40 or a 45 to build this.
Okay, so it's
a 45.
mixed with a Tacoma.
Okay, so it's got a Tacoma dash in it, which is absolutely epic. A full cage.
I would guess that's
overhead.
That's a Taco engine.
Yeah, I would say that's a Taco engine. Custom built tub.
It's on 37s. Like it doesn't look like it is.
That's very
That tub
cool.
is dope.
That's hot.
That's hot.
How's that? That contrast is sick. So a Toyota TRD Tundra that's literally being cut apart for everything that it ever had, and it's got a Hellcat in it. It's epic. A full front clip made out of fiberglass, and it's a full pre-runner. Oh my god. Yeah, that's cool. This poor old thing was just built to be a working truck back in the day, and
Now it's a SEMA truck.
now look at it.
Now it's pretty.
Now it's pretty. That is
I
hot.
like that. I like that.
If I wasn't rich, but I wanted to look like I was rich, but on a budget, but then I went way too hard on the budget, that's it. Yeah.
That's dope.
The Tiffany, this Tiffany blue interior. Imagine like all the boys in that thing.
Oh, comfy. So this is a E30 that has just been built off its head just to crazy. Yeah, so this is owned by Cam. He built kind of the same vibe in a 86 2 years ago, and now he's on this, and this thing's just, yeah, gorgeous. Love it.
I never liked the convertibles until you build them like that. That's a convertible. Not that it's a convertible, it's kind of just as is.
All right, that's it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed SEMA 2024, another hell of an experience, eh?
Yeah?
Get your asses out here if you're into cars or any sort of motorsports. There's definitely something here to see at SEMA, and we'll see you guys back next year.